And on this offense, a guy that kind of came in under the radar, Lewis.
Hard to precedent from schools. Played at Pitt, and they do know how to churn out running backs.
Again, here's Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot, right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Returnable for Thomas. Goes spinning away. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And obviously they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes, and they've got a lot coming back in 2017.
Now, they certainly do, and let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2016, he had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back there for them. How about Dante Hightower at linebacker? His first Pro Bowl in 2016, and then just moving on back to the secondary. Devin McCourty, the guy who quarterbacks him back as safety, he's been to the Pro Bowl as a corner and as a free safety.
To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with the toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. On 4th down, Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
He's got time. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background, right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this, they don't want to try it again.
No,
they want the big fella back.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Charles, the low setback. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Caught, Kelce, left side. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The play clock's running down. Smith turns and gives to West. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well. So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Thomas.
Whoosh.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Play fake here on first down, and that's going to be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out here in the eye. Throwing on third down, Smith finding time. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're
back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Smith. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So this is now the 4th time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team...
He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Albert Wilson, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Smith looking to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Gronkowski, slot left. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Third and long, it's Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-out, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here. See if they can force another 3-and-out. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brady to throw on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Allen Bailey in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. In Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. On first down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Charles. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When big plays occur, offensive coordinators can do one of 2 things. They can come right back to the same play saying, defense, you've seen it, but you can't stop it. Or they file it away and bring it out later when they think they need it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching him more? Do you see me out there moving around, wiggling, and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
A quick hitter with Sherman, the fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Play clock winding down. This is the fullback, Sherman. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
The play clock's running down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll sneak it with Smith. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the Patriots coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run again with Blunt. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Brady going to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt, and look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Brady, screen pass to Blunt. And some room to maneuver. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Amendola catching it left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Brady again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tomahawley in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Throwing is Brady on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A beautiful fake. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field. And last time, no points surrendered, almost. I mean, the ball was in the red zone. Bottom line, though, they got the stop. They'll be looking to do that once more.
And you know they trotted back out there with energy because after you get a 4th down stop and give up no points in a situation where you expect to give up something, you feel so good about yourself and the guy.
Jeremy Maclin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Jeremy Maclin, 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So as the set designers rush out here to get us... You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go.